Hello everyone, TimeToGrind here, and today I wanted to give you guys the Patch No Professor video for the August 8th update. Now, it's definitely a lot smaller of an update than the previous updates. The devs have actually said that they're all working on a pretty huge update that's going to come out in a couple weeks from now. So the kind of small updates that we're going to get from the time being are just going to be mainly bug fixes and some small balance changes, but I still wanted to, analyze the patches and give you guys my opinions on all that, just because there's still stuff to talk about. So without further ado, let's get into the patch. So first off, we just have some general changes. They've crashed some crashing code into a crash compactor. That's their, pun of the patch note. They fixed some issues with the animations and units facing the wrong way. More FXs have been optimized. Also, now units, when they're affected by a Medusa's stone gaze, they'll actually look stony and freeze. They've changed the global items achievement in the battle pass to require 2 items, not 4. So that was the one challenge in the battle pass that was kind of almost impossible to do. Bot games now start paused when they're resumed. Bot personalities were tweaked for the current meta, and the combat stat kills panel now treats kills like damage. So if your summoning thing got a kill, it'll actually go to you in the kill panel, I guess. For UI, they fixed an issue where the wrong alliance icons could be shown when a unit is placed on a board and an alliance completes. Fixed an issue where the plus free roll line could be shown in error on the round reroads pop-up. Fixed some issues with the Protopass progress display. Fixed reoccurring rank up pop-ups. Can now click on heroes on the scoreboard and all heroes of that type will be highlighted. That's quite nice. I saw that requested on Reddit, so nice to get in that. In-game alliance tooltip pop-ups now show icons for all heroes in that alliance. Fix sometimes not notifying other players when a combat ended and an Aegis was used. So that's nice. It's going to be consistent to know if someone had an Aegis and it was used up. Highlight your own row on the scoreboard, and general UI updates and polish. So always going to be good. Not a lot to talk about there, but it's still nice to see all it and see exactly what they did. Gameplay fixed an issue with ability targeting and summons where those abilities which sort by units, example health, were not properly excluding summons. There were still a couple instances since they made it where units can't use their abilities on summons. There were still a couple exceptions bugs. They're pretty much fixing that, so that is nice. And fixed unexploded techies bombs doing player damage on round over. So it's one of the things I did not know was a thing. I talked about these like there's normally once a patch, but it's nice to just see something that I did not know that was a thing. And I'm like, well, I guess it's good it's fixed now, but it's kind of funny to know it happened. So I guess if you had a techies bomb on a board and it hadn't exploded when the round was over, it counted as a unit that damaged the other player. I don't know. I think that's hilarious though. So now we get into the actual balance changes, so what's going to actually matter this patch. And the first thing they did is they changed the elusive thing. It used to be once you had the 9 hero level 3 alliance, it used to say all units gain plus 75 evasion, and now it's just saying all heroes gain plus 75 evasion. So technically that is a small nerf because it doesn't apply to summons, especially when you have like the Nature's Prophet that is elusive, so it's no longer affecting Nature's Prophet. So it's actually a pretty big nerf to Nature's Prophet because if you're running him, you're probably going to have him in an elusive kind of meta probably because he's elusive, and you have one other druid that's an elusive. So I don't know. I don't think they really needed it. I don't think 9 elusives was really super strong. Maybe they did it because it was annoying to just have the treants constantly have that evasion. I'm not sure. Either way, it's a nerf. But 9 elusives wasn't really needing one. So I think it's more just to make the game feel a little less frustrating. Also, the one thing that kind of really needed to happen was Terrorblade was very, very strong because of the recent things. So they changed the level 2 alliance. It used to say invalidate your opponent's demon alliance bonus, and all demon units gain plus 50% pure damage, and all demon hunters gain plus 50% pure damage. So now it just says all demon and demon hunter units gain plus 50% damage, which means that Terrorblade doesn't get the double bonus, because if you were doing, if you had the Terrorblade and the anti-mage, he got a double bonus on that. So definitely a nerf. I think they're still going to be good. Demons have been pretty consistent until about a patch or two ago, and they just skyrocketed in power, and then they brought down a little bit, and we're just bringing Terrorblade back down. So they're still going to be good. They're just not going to be as good, especially with Terrorblade, because he's losing out on plus 50% pure damage. So that is a lot. He is getting nerfed pretty hard. Also with hunters, they are changing it where at the level 1 the extra attack chance was raised from 20 to 25%, and then at level 2 it was raised from 35 to 40%. So hunters aren't really the best right now in the meta. There's a couple things that you can do, you know, like knights and hunters can be really solid, but overall hunters are kind of on the weaker end. So this is just a small little buff, both at level 1 and level 2, which is, I don't think it's going to make them amazing, but I think it's going to push them a little further, because I don't think they need the biggest, you know, buff ever. So those are all the alliance changes. Now we're going into the 3 hero changes there are. So first of all, Doom's ability now uniformly disables passive bonuses, including alliance passive bonuses, which is very interesting. It's, you know, and its ability description changed to reflect this. So if you Doom something that has an alliance bonus, it won't have it. So say you Doom a Scrappy, or not a Scrappy, the like, you know, Inventor, the mech, alliance. If you doom someone like that, they're not going to blow up when they die, because that alliance passive is going to not be there anymore. So that's pretty interesting. Now with Lycan, when Lycan transformed and he gains 30% max health, he heals by the full 30% each time, rather than being based on his current health at the time of transforming. So before, when you transformed as Lycan, you got 30% extra of the health that you had. Now you're just always going to go up to 30% health, which means, you know, a lot of the times what would happen is Lycan would get his ult off, maybe get an attack or 2 on, and then he would die. But now Lycan's actually going to survive a little longer, and that's going to be impactful because he transforms into his wolf version, and his wolf version is actually better. So I think Lycan's going to be pretty cool. I think it's actually useful and lore friendly, because it's not really about just summoning wolves and dying. I mean, that's what Lycan does, but he turns into a wolf himself, and you wouldn't really know that if you paid too much attention like him before, because he was just dying. So I know kind of like it's stupid to worry about the lore being a thing, but just it's kind of cool. I mean, it's a big buff to Lycan, so stay tuned. Meta wise, look out for Lycan. Lycan's gonna be amazing now. That's a pretty large buff, but it's really cool because it's like Lycan's a werewolf and he's transforming. So I don't know, something that I just love, both on a meta perspective. I think he might be a little too strong now, I'm not sure, but I like it, and I like the lore friendliness of it. And then the last awesome thing about it is Juggernaut, and if Juggernaut is eligible to cast Blade Fury, so if he has enough mana and it's not on cooldown and he is about to take magic damage, he immediately casts the Blade Fury and takes no magic damage. So Juggernaut has not been very good right now, and they changed it where he won't do his spin unless he can hit 2 units. But what happened is there would be instances where there would be only 1 unit and they just wouldn't attack. And so Juggernaut, just overall, because of that and a couple other reasons, he wasn't the best. And now if he's about to take magic damage, he kind of will just do that and immediately not take any magic damage. And I mean, that could be a Coddle Blast, that could be a Puck, you know, Orb. I mean, that could be a lot of different things. So just not taking that damage and then going into your ult is actually pretty cool. So I'm excited for that. And then the one last item change we got is for the Helm of the Undying, one of the best tier 2 items now. The one that just when you know, die, you don't actually die for like 4 seconds. It now says if they're in the Undying state, you won't deal damage to the opponent, but will still count when determining which side won a round. So if you win and you have a unit that is alive, but only because of Helm of the Undying, it won't hurt the opponent. That's really all it is. It's still going to be really good. That's not the reason it was bad, or that's not the reason it's getting nerfed. I guess it's kind of just to make it a little bit better. It's not really that much of a nerf. It's just making it less frustrating. So yeah, so overall, we didn't get a very big patch, but I do think we got some very interesting things. You know, we got a lot of cool fixes and stuff that makes the game cool. But honestly, Lycan got an insanely big buff, which is really awesome. And then Juggernaut has a really awesome, cool new ability now. So, or not ability, but just how his ability works. It almost is a new ability. Demon Hunters aren't going to be as stupid as they were, and overall, that's the biggest things that have been changed. So I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. If you guys have any, let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more Underlords content, whether it be patch breakdowns like this, news, live commentaries, just random meta discussions, you name it. That's all on this channel. And either way, guys, if you guys are having a great day today, I hope you continue having a great day. If you guys aren't having a great day, I hope you guys start having a great day. But either way, guys, I hope you guys have a great day. See you guys next time.